Okay, let's talk about Google Chrome. Your browser is about to get a whole lot smarter because it's getting a major upgrade with Gemini, Google's really powerful AI. And this is going to change how you browse, how you do research, maybe even how you get stuff done. So we're going to break down exactly what these new features are, what they mean for you, and most importantly, whether you're still in the driver's seat.
But first things first, let's just acknowledge it. The whole idea of AI getting baked right into your web browser, well, it can bring up some pretty strong feelings. You might be super excited about all the possibilities, or, maybe you're a little bit skeptical. Either way, it's happening, and Google is weaving it right into the fabric of Chrome.
So what this really means is that Google's AI, Gemini, isn't some separate tool you have to go look for anymore. It's now built directly into Chrome, kind of like a co-pilot for your entire browsing experience. And honestly, this is a pretty fundamental shift in what we even think a browser is supposed to do.
So what does it actually mean to have an AI brain inside your browser? Let's pop the hood and take a look at how Gemini works and what it's really designed to do for you.
The best way to think about Gemini is as this on-demand assistant that's always there, no matter what device you're on, Windows, Mac, your phone, you name it. The whole point is convenience. It's there to help without making you switch tabs or open up a new app. In fact, pretty soon, you'll see a new little Gemini button right in your address bar, all ready to go.
So Gemini basically plays three key roles. It can be your quick answer assistant, it can be a conversational chatbot when you have more complex questions, and maybe most interesting of all, it can act as an agent that actually performs tasks for you. Let's dig into what that means in the real world.
All right, so that's the theory. Now let's see how this all comes together in a practical toolkit. We're going to explore the specific new features you can use right now to solve some of those classic everyday browsing headaches.
Oh man, we've all been there, right? You're trying to plan one simple trip, and suddenly you've got a tab for flights, one for the hotel, a few more for restaurants, another for activities. It gets overwhelming fast. Well, this is one of the first problems that Chrome's new AI is trying to solve. This could be a total game changer for anyone who lives in a sea of open tabs. Instead of you having to click back and forth, you can just ask Gemini to look across all your open tabs, your flight confirmation, your hotel booking, all of it, and pull all the key info together. It's designed to keep track of the context so you don't have to. Okay, here's another classic. You remember reading this amazing article or finding the perfect gift online, but you just can't remember the name of the site. So what do? You start scrolling endlessly through your browser history, just hoping you spot it. Well, instead of digging through that long chronological list, you can now just ask Gemini a question in plain English. Something like, hey, what was that recipe site I was looking at last Tuesday? The AI can actually understand that and pull up the exact page you're looking for. It's almost like having a search engine for your own memory.
Gemini can also be your personal research assistant. So if you're on a really dense web page, you can just pop open the side panel and get an instant AI-generated summary. What's even cooler is that it'll suggest follow-up questions to help you dig deeper. It's worth noting, though, this feature is rolling out to users in the US first.
And this is where things start to feel a little like science fiction. Google is introducing what they call agent capabilities. This means you can give Gemini a task, like book me a haircut or order my usual groceries, and it will try to navigate the websites and fill out the forms all by itself. This is that agent function we talked about, and crucially, you can watch its progress and jump in to stop it at any time.
Now, a huge part of this update is how Gemini connects with all your other Google apps. So, for example, you could ask it to find that email my client sent about the project and then create a calendar event for the deadline. It can do all of that without you ever needing to open Gmail or Calendar in a new tab. It just centralizes your digital life right where you are.
This new AI isn't just about making you more productive. It's also about boosting your security. There's a smaller, more efficient version called Gemini Nano that runs directly on your device. That means it doesn't need to send your data to the cloud. Its main job is to supercharge Chrome's enhanced protection mode, helping it spot scams and malicious websites in real time. And just one more quick convenience feature. Autofill is getting a lot smarter. It can now handle more complex forms, accurately filling in info from documents like your passport or your driver's license. But, of course, giving your browser that kind of information might make you start thinking about control and privacy, which leads us perfectly into our next section.
All right, so all of these features sound powerful, right? But maybe a little too powerful for some people. So what if you don't want them? Well, the good news is you're not locked in. Let's talk about how you can manage these AI settings and take back the controls.
First up is something called AI mode. This is the feature that lets you have those chatbot-like conversations right from the Chrome address bar. It's basically a shortcut to an AI-powered search. But if that's not your style, don't worry, you can turn it off.
To turn this off, you do have to go into Chrome's experimental features, which are called flags. You just type chrome:/flags into your address bar, search for AI mode, find the relevant options, and switch them to disabled. It's a few extra steps, yeah, but it puts the control right back in your hands.
And the same goes for that enhanced autofill feature we just talked about. I mean, it's convenient for sure, but you might not be comfortable with your browser storing and using that level of personal info. And that is perfectly valid. Luckily, turning this one off is much more straightforward.
You don't have to mess around with any experimental menus for this one. Just go to your normal Chrome settings, find the autofill and password section, and you'll see a simple toggle to turn enhanced autofill on or off. See? Easy.
So we've seen all these powerful new tools, and we've seen how to manage them. So what's the big takeaway here? It really all comes down to a simple but really important idea about the future of how we use the internet.
So let's just quickly recap. 1. AI isn't some add-on anymore. It's now a core part of Chrome. 2. These new features really could streamline how we work and research online. But 3, and this is the most important part, you have options. You can turn off the features that you find intrusive or just don't need. The power to shape your browsing experience is still yours.
And that leaves us with a final question to chew on. As our tools get smarter and smarter, we have to decide what role we actually want them to play. Is this new AI-powered browser the ultimate helpful assistant that just makes our digital lives easier? Or does it feel more like an unwelcome house guest, maybe a little too involved for comfort? For now, that answer is up to you. Thanks for joining me.